Guys, hello. Welcome to Twin Flame Love Journey. It has been almost a year since I posted my last video. This is a test video. I have thought long and hard about the direction that I want to see this channel grow in. I myself have had a lot of changes happen over the past year. I have a new addition to my family. He is 8 weeks old. And what I find very interesting is that the last video I did was for Leo, and I'm a Leo. And I posted it, and within that video, we're talking about potentially some Leos expecting, and little did I know at the time that I was in that bunch, or the few people that ended up having a little one. So yeah, I've been very busy. I am at advanced maternal age, so you know I had to be watched carefully through my pregnancy. I had to move. A whole lot of things happened. But it, you know, and then, you know, as I was going through these stages and getting settled into a new environment, COVID-19 came into play, and all these other crises around the globe. We're in an election year. So much happening. And so, you know, I have been just basically in observation mode. And I decided that, you know what, if there's no need in waiting for things to iron out or for us to have answers, how about we could have taken a peek at what's happening in the world as twin flames, okay? I don't know how many of you guys are on the twin flame journey, but, you know, what I always say is the twin flame journey is a journey of the self, the journey back to self, right? It's a journey back to self. So here we are. Wanting to do a reading, collective reading on, and I think I'm going to name this video, what in the world is going on? What is happening in the world? You know, if you're an empath, you're probably noticing that there's a lot of energy swirling right now. Where's my coffee? There's a lot of energy swirling. We have so much happening. There's so much energy. People, you know, overall, you know, people want the right things to prevail. In this world, people have different viewpoints as to how we should address many of the issues in our society or in the world. I like to remind people that I am a humanitarian first. I try to stay out of partisan based debates because I feel like I'm a free thinker. And I think a lot of light workers are pretty much on that path as well. So without further ado, you know, I just want to pull a few cards and we're going to see, you know, what's happening in the world. Like, what's the overall energy? Anybody who's followed my readings in the past, you'll know that I usually just do energy readings because I feel like things can change at any time. I don't think that tarot readings are definitive. I don't think that you can predict something definitively. I think that you can use tarot for mediumship. I think you can read energy and to see which way the wind is blowing in regards to a subject. But I just don't see them as, you know, in that way they're divination tools. But I just don't think that energy works in such a way that it's limited. So it's free flowing. And so I just want to see what the vibes are in the world and see how my fellow light workers may be doing, how my twin flames are doing. Twin flames are a certain type of light worker. And all others are doing right now, as we some of us are under quarantine. Yeah, there's just a whole lot happening in our world, okay? So anyways, without further ado, let's get started. All right. Okay. Dear Spirit, please show us the energies for oh, that one jumped out. Wow, change. This is the Change Tarot. This is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is all about all aspects, the yin and the yang. Negative, positive energies swirling around. What this tells me is that what's happening in the world is purposeful. There's some reason, like this had to happen. Everything that's happening had to happen. As you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turns upside down, but then it comes back right side up, okay? So things may be shaken up, you know, around the globe, in our personal lives, within our friendships, within our families. But at the same time, the change tarot is saying that it's necessary, right? And that eventually we're going to come back to a place of balance. You know, sometimes things have to be uprooted in order for them to come back together in more, and be synchronistic. And come together and induce change, because as you know, even back in President Obama's era, when he was running for presidency, do you remember what his logo was? It was all about change, right? So, you know, we were talking change for a long time, and the reason President Trump won the election is because he actually ran on the base of draining the swamp, which is a form of change. And so now what's happening is all of this change that has been talked about over the years is being pushed, whether it's being pushed through our environment, and what's happening around us. It's being pushed through our interactions. Nothing can stay the same. Everything must change. That's what this change card's about. But like I said, the biggest message that we can get out of that is that it's meant to. There's a reason. There's a purpose for it. It has to change. Nothing can remain the same. But it's also a promise that there's always, if you're going through a tunnel right now, there's light at the end of the tunnel. All right. There's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. All right. So let's see what else. By the way, last night I set this up, and I think this is pretty cool how this setup is. We'll see how it works out, you know, as we move along. All right, so, all right, dear Spirit, where are we headed? Where are we headed? Right now, we're in a period of change. A lot of things are fluctuating, and this is impacting everybody in one way or another. You know, if it's not impacting you physically, it's impacting you spiritually, it's impacting you emotionally, your emotional body. All right. Dear Spirit, please show us which way the wind is blowing right now as it pertains to what's happening in the world. Twin flames, what is happening? How are we feeling? What can we expect next as a collective? What can we expect next as a collective? Ooh. It's like some of them wanted to jump out, but no. Okay. So we have the 5 of air, okay? Wow, man, this is interesting, okay? So you'll notice on this card, there is a pine tree and there's a sugar cane. And so the 5 of air is usually equivalent to the 5 of swords, and it definitely points to conflict, okay? But this conflict is internal, okay? Because the Osho Tarot deck is very spiritual, and it points more towards internal struggles or collective struggles. And so since we're looking at collective energies, you know, there's a lot of comparison. There's a comparison of values. There's comparing standards. There's comparing readiness in the case of the pandemic that's ongoing. So preparedness. There's all these nations. Did you notice all these nations? They're comparing. They're like, we have the least cases, or we have gotten a grip on these coronavirus cases. You know, like I don't like to say coronavirus. So from here on out, I just say pandemics. I don't like to give energy to words. So, you know, you have others that look like they're doing pretty well and others that not so much. But what this card also reminds us of is that no matter what's happening in the world, we all have our own quirks, you know. We all have our own issues. So we're one person might, like this pine tree or this sugar cane, might have the strength of being, it's smaller, but it's sweeter, it's a delicacy. Everybody has strengths, even if they look different. Okay? And so right now, you're going to start seeing likely a lot more comparison happening around the world in the news, on mass media, on social media. A lot of comparing. Well, in our state, we're getting over, or our state, is doing worse, better. You're gonna see a lot of comparison because people want answers, and that's what this is also portraying. All right, and also with the 5 of air, there is conflict. So these comparisons are also ushering in definitely competition. Whether it be between the nations, between people, the race for the cure, the race for the vaccine. So definitely, the 5 of air, we're seeing comparison. We're seeing that energy is going to get stronger. We're going to also use another deck to try to clarify these cards. I'm going to pull one more. This is going to be a very short pull. This is actually my first reading since August of last year. Okay. Change has come in. We have a lot of comparisons, a lot of competition happening in different forms, but they're all valuable. That's another thing I wanted to fail to mention. The comparisons are valuable in some way as well. We can't let it be negative. We can't let it be like a competition that's pointless, right? We want to, but healthy competition to an end, to address the police brutality around the globe, to address the pandemic around the globe. Those are good competitions. That leads to solutions. All right. So we're seeing that's actually positively placed. All right. So looking a little further out into the future, what energies are we seeing for the collective, dear 2020s? All right. Wow. Okay. So we have the 6 of fire. Okay. This is the success tarot. Okay. Wow. This tells me that no matter what we're facing today, okay, there's going to be a victory celebration. Somebody's going to be celebrating. That bad times don't last always. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. You invest your time and energy in positivity, you're going to have positivity come back to you. So guys, success is in clear view right now. Okay. Success is going to happen. We're going to successfully. So the people who are meant, okay, so remember now, we're coming from a place of conflict, of competition, potentially, all right, to success. So what that tells me is that some people, that whoever is supposed to prevail, the people who are supposed to make a difference, they're going to do that. No, do not be distracted, Do not be distracted by the gloom and doom type rhetoric you may hear, apocalyptic type banter you might hear. Understand that there will be success, there will be victory. These days will end. This is not permanent. This is something that I have felt, okay? I felt in my spirit, not for any logical reason, but as soon as this pandemic came into view, I was like, I just have this feeling that it's not going to last forever. In fact, I think it's going to disappear in such a way that people are going to be talking about it like they do the Spanish flu, the bubonic plague. It's just going to disappear, and there might not even be a need for a vaccine, for some reason, some people are predicting that, it's going to stick around and we might need a vaccine. I just don't see that happening, I just don't. And I think about the SARS that came out in China some years back. It went away. it evolved though, so now we have this other one. But yeah, let's see. We're going to clarify. We're going to put some clarifications on these cards. As you know, I only pulled 3. I have present situation, which is change, conflict and competition, and then success. All right, let's clarify the change tarot. All right, please clarify, dear Spirit, what is change about? We know that, you know, humanity collectively seems to have been running on this energy of change for a while now. It's most notably during President Obama's tenure, when he was running for president, right? He ran on the change platform, and then that led us up to Trump, who, you know, ran on the draining the swamp, okay, platform. All right, dear Spirit, please clarify change. Please clarify change. What is this change about? What is this change that the collective consciousness seeks here on earth? Please clarify, dear Spirit. Let's see. Ooh, I have the 7 of Earth. Oh, wow, okay. This is clarifying change, all right? All right, so this is a practical card. It's very physical, all right? It's about hard work, right? But this one has a different meaning, because this particular card is talking about, you know, getting down, the danger down below, and then the lightheartedness up above, and then in between you have balance, all right? Because things were out of balance, guys, all right? In our society, around the globe, there's a lot of imbalance, all right? And sometimes when things are out of balance, they have to be rebalanced, all right? And nature is known, all right? Nature is known to actually... Okay, guys, I had to take a break. I had to go get baby, and I had to get something to wet my whistle. Actually a favorite drink of mine. This is sparkling water with a splash of cranberry juice. I used to like to have my wine. Of course, I wasn't drinking wine, you know, while I was pregnant, and I'm breastfeeding now. It's just, it just reminds me, and it's refreshing, and I'm getting my water intake. But anyways, let's get back to where we left off, and we pulled the 7 of Earth. Okay, all right. So this is telling me something that a lot of us already know, likely, is that things are out of balance. And as in nature, when things are knocked out of balance or out of whack, you know, nature has a way of resetting. So this tells me that it was time to reset. You know, we can't live on one side of a spectrum for too long and neglect the other. So if we're, you know, focusing in on commerce, on our economy, and neglecting our environment, something's going to happen, right, to kick off change, because it's out of balance, all right? And sometimes things have to be ripped up in order to come back together, and that's what this card is telling me. Also, just to I love these cards. This is the As Above tarot deck. But you know, you see the dolphin. The dolphin's playful. The dolphin is also a symbol of love. All right, because love is going to win the day, right? Love is going. This is where we want to be more. We want to stay here, but we understand that we still have to deal with the shark down here, right? The shark are all of the 3D physical aspects, right? We got to deal with those still. And if we can kind of stay in the middle right here, okay, we can be in balance, all right? We're in balance. And unfortunately, you know, that was that's been neglected, and we know this via scientific facts, right? I noticed also that 2 air cards came up. We have, well, actually we have the 5 of air, we have 1, and then we have the 7 of earth, which is practical. 7 and 5, conflict, out of balance. It just reminds me of maybe some of our leadership. There's been like an airy type energy within our politics. Very fast moving energy. Have you noticed that things just keep happening very quickly? We don't see them coming, and before long, bam, you know, something new, something else has come up. Before we can even resolve, you know, one thing, something else has come up. So what I'm noticing with these cards is that we have a lot of fast moving energy happening as well. So also, our president is a Gemini. So, you know, he probably moves fast. You know, Geminis, they're not slow. Okay. So let's see here. Sorry again, guys. I would like to elaborate on what I just said, though, not too long ago, about our president being a Gemini and the energies moving so swiftly. I find it very interesting, the chain of events in terms of our leadership within the United States, within our government. You know, the tarot is kicking off the change tarot, right? President Obama kicked off the change campaign, and now President Obama is also a Leo, okay, a fire sign. And, you know, I'm picking up on this energy of igniting a flame for change, you know, being ignited collectively within the United States. And then Trump comes along to fan the flame, okay? To fan the flame. And, you know, this is despite your partisan or personal beliefs. It's interesting, the chain of events, that this fire started with change, and then they drained the swamp, and then we have the water. Things being a little bit wacky and out of balance came in, and competition ensued through the air energy. You know, that came to mind as I was kind of contemplating the cards. But we're going to clarify one more time on our present situation. We know that change is happening. We know the wheels turned upside down right now. It's because we had to reset. We're in reset mode collectively here, you know, on the earth plane. And we're going to clarify the Seven of Earth. Please clarify, dear Spirit, where we are today. Tell us more. Show us more. What are the energies? What are the energies right now? We would love to know, dear Spirit. What are the energies? I was hoping a card popped out, but, you know, we'll see, right? This is my very first tarot deck here, so let's see. Oops. Whoa. Jeez. The Death Tarot popped out, okay? This is the ultimate change, you know, like, what this is telling me is that in the past, the slate was wiped clean before. And, you know, the first thing I think about is biblical, you know, Noah's Ark, when the floodwaters came down. There's a lot of catastrophic events happened in our history, and in some way ushered in the change that we're seeing today, okay? So, you know, by the Death Tarot preceding the Seven of Earth, and things being out of balance, it also indicates to me that collectively we have been dumbed down, all right, in some way. The Death Tarot is also a tarot about transformation. You know, transformation is needed in today's time. I don't know if you can see this lady. She's holding a flower up, trying to give a flower to the death figure, and a guy. All these people are offering gifts, right? This also highlights the material aspects of this world. Very materialistic, okay? As you know, you can't hand material things to death and it make a difference, right? But for some reason, as we collectively were dying inside or being robots, we think that our money and our wealth and our riches can get us somewhere. We think we can buy death out with our riches in some instances, even metaphorically. And that just isn't the case. As you can see, things went out of balance. We lost focus. We were worshiping the wrong things. That's what this death card is denoting, okay? And as a result, things got out of balance, all right? Nature has to reset. Change comes in. The Wheel of Fortune, this is where we are, and has to reset. Everything has to reset. Each of these cards point to a reset, okay? We forgot who we were collectively. We forgot who we were, you know? And as a result, the wheel had to come in and set things straight, okay? But we're going to move on to the Five of Air, and we're going to clarify comparison. There's some competition. You know, everybody's looking, you know, China's looking at the United States. The United States is looking at China. Russia, Brazil, you know. All of these people are looking at each other, right? Because everybody wants answers. Everybody, you know, wants answers for the collective good. But at the same time, they also want the notoriety of having found the cure, of having found the vaccination, of having resolved the issues that we're facing today. And let me not just focus on the pandemic. There's also a social movement in regards to equality, as it comes to equality for brown and black people, okay? So we have the 5 of air, comparison. Please clarify, dear Spirit, what is this 5 of air about? What is this competition about? Please clarify. That one's, ooh, this is 2 of them slipped out. So I'm going to keep them both, okay? Because the way they slipped out was interesting, to say the least. Okay, so I have 2. The first one that came out is the Wheel of the Year. This is equivalent to the Wheel of Fortune again, okay? So not only do we have change going on, but this is confirmation, guys. We have it twice, okay? This is spirit. This is what happens when spirit flows, all right? Through you. When you allow it, you have to allow it, though, because we all have free will. But yes, this is confirmation. This is a natural progression, all right? We have the Wheel of the Year. This was a little happier, okay? We have the Change Tarot. We have the Wheel of the Year. This is the year for change. This is confirmation that this year is going, the result. Do you see these leaves and these grapes around the wheel? The result of all of the changes that we're seeing today are going to be abundance, okay? Abundance, which leads into our 6 of Wands success card, all right? Now, because this is a minor arcana card, this is usually denotes a minor success, but a success nonetheless, right? And which is a good news when we consider the times that we live in today. Now, the change is what's kicked off this competition. That makes sense, right? The pandemic came, all these different changes. People are getting out in the streets, they're protesting, and that's all part of this competition, all a part of this comparison. Things are out of whack. We need things to be in order. This also popped out, that 10 of fire, okay? This is about connecting the dots, all right? Not only is it about connecting the dots, this is about destiny, okay? This is about everybody coming together. This is a unity tarot. The meaning in here, so the 10 of fire is usually a burden. This is not the case. This is actually a good rendition of the 10 of fire or the 10 of wands. We are connecting the dots. We are coming to completion. This is about completion, all right? And this is clarifying the Wheel of the Year, all right? So this is saying that what's happening today, it was destined, all right? It was in the stars to happen the way that is happening today, okay? Based on the choices we made in the past collectively. So when I say we, I say, wait a minute now, I am an environmentalist. I am a humanitarian. I didn't deserve to go through this. I've always been, we're talking about collective energies because we are ultimately all one, okay? Because everything I do, everything you do, we affect each other. We impact each other's realities, even if we don't know each other. Every decision I make, I'm conscious and I'm aware that I impact other people, all right? And, because, a lot of things came to completion in the past, a lot of us are becoming more and more connected. When I look at this card also, I think of the internet, World Wide Web, all right? How we're all more easily connected than we used to be not too long ago. If you're a Generation Xer, you'll remember that we didn't have free reign to the internet. We didn't have half the things that we have. We are a generation that witnessed a lot of change, okay? This card shows me that we've connected, and as a result of connecting, all right, that kicked off change with the Wheel of Fortune popping up as well, all right? So not only were things out of balance, all right? Not only were we worshiping the wrong things, but we were also connecting at the same time. And what happens in nature, right? When you look at ants, and they form their colony, they have a queen, and they connect with each other. And when they connect with each other and they see a piece of food, for example, on the ground, right? One ant can't carry it, right? So they send out a scout. The scout sees that food on the ground, and then the others come and they gather the food and they take it back to their anthill. Okay? Because they're connecting. They're able to connect. That's their structure. Our structure as humanity changed. We were no longer disconnected, all right? We actually formed a colony on the World Wide Web. And as a result, it also triggered change in a positive way, which also kicked off competition and comparison. And are we really doing things right collectively? Are we doing things for the betterment of humanity collectively? All right? And then that leads to our future position. Some of the energies that are be coming into play moving forward is success. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more good news moving into the future in regards to vaccinations, in regards to maybe a potential cure or a potentially good treatment. With the Six of Wands energy, it's a fast moving energy. I would say we should pay attention within anywhere from 6 weeks to 6 months, okay? There could be a development. It could be minor, because we're dealing with a minor arcana card. But let's clarify. All right, let's clarify. Tarot timing is always tricky. That's just something that came to me through spirit, But we're going to enjoy, and it's going to be a result of the competition, okay? And it's going to be a result of collaboration. And that collaboration is also indicated by the 10 of fire, all right? So we have the 6 of fire. We have success. Please clarify to your spirit the 6 of fire. What is this about? Okay, moving into the future. What is this about? 6 of fire, success. Please clarify to your spirit. Please clarify. Whoa, okay. We have initiation. Initiation is what, this is so neat. And this is our major arcana card leading up to the Success Tarot. The first thing that comes to mind here is that it is the collective consciousness, the light workers, the energy workers, the healers, the Christians, the Buddhists, the Muslims. It's the united front, the initiation, right? And the recognition of the power that unity brings to be able to initiate change that leads to success. It's in unity that we reach success, okay? It is through the forsaking of our old paths. Just so you know, the initiation tarot is equivalent to the judgment tarot, okay? This is the result. This is an awakening, all right? This is about unity. This is about abandoning an old path. When we abandon our old path, it leads to success. Could it be that there's going to be another strategy? We have an election coming up. Is there going to be something that moves through Congress that helps us get to this place of success? Because right now, we're seeing a lot of competition. We're seeing some division. But apparently, this is going to lead to some form of unity. This could be unity through legislature, through executive order, through grassroots movement, through, maybe the governors coming together, making the right decisions. Anyhow, the success isn't going to come out of thin air. It's going to be based on a decision or unity, some unifying factor that's going to come into play, some forsaking of an old path. Let's clarify initiation of judgment. This is the resurrection of newness, the new ideas, new way of doing things, all right? Please clarify initiation, dear spirit. What is this about? Please clarify initiation. What is this about? This is interesting, right? This is about unity. It doesn't matter background. It doesn't matter party. This is about unity leading to success, even the most minor success. Please clarify initiation. Ooh, I had 2 jump out, so we're going to go with both of them, okay? All right, so the first card that popped out is the 8 of Swords. This is about being stuck. So again, this is clarifying also the 5 of Air, okay? And it's a natural progression. It's like, look, this person is standing behind the swords, right? This person is free to leave. This person is seeing the negativity, seeing all the ghouls and gore. And the angel is standing there patiently waiting for the person to turn around and realize that he's free. Okay? That there is answers, there is solutions. The solution, all right, is a matter of refocusing our attention collectively, all right, academically, when it comes to solving problems, politically. What I'm picking up on is that the answer is clearer than what it appears to be. But I also have the Page of Pentacles, and it looks like a message is going to come through that's going to clarify. So this is going to be maybe communication between countries, communication between individuals, better communication, some material aspect that's going to happen to clear the way so that we're no longer collectively looking at the negativity. We're seeing solutions. Somebody's going to see a solution. So a solution's coming. And once the solution comes, people are going to unify behind the idea. You know, whether it's going to be some physical aspect because, and then again, we have the air energy running through these cards. So it's going to be some pretty fast moving energy. I don't like to give timelines, but you know, this unifying factor, this ability to turn around and see that the answer, right, is closer than what we think. That's what that shows me. The answer is closer than what we think. We just have to forsake our previous path in order to reach success. The Page of Pentacles is a message, all right? This is a message, you know, a collective message. There's going to be a lot of communication going on. And it's going to be about physical aspects. It's going to be about solutions. And that's what's going to lead us to the change and the success that we need, okay? I want to kind of pull another clarifier, but I think I'm going to go to my handy dandy Eye of the Soul Oracle. This is my very first Oracle deck. I love it, and I think it's a very good for these type of general readings, you know. And the more I think about it, I'm definitely going to name this reading "What in the World is Happening?" Twin Flames, all signs, you know. When I initially hit record, I was going to just do a test run, but then I started getting this energy running through my body, and when that happens, I have to keep going. And so I hope you guys, you know, derived any messages that you want. It's all about want. It's all about choice, and that it made sense for you. But let's pull an oracle card to bless the overall reading today. Dear Spirit, please, let's bring this together. What else do we need to know collectively as humanity, as a part of humanity? Shift happens. See how that pulled everything together? My goodness. All right. You can't get any more confirmation than that. You have the Change Tarot. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And then you have the shifts happen. Divine intervention. Shift happens. Stabilize your energy fields. All right. This is a gentle reminder that we have to be careful where we invest our energy, right? We have to be very careful where we invest our energy. It's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to lose focus in a time like this. This is a time period where people are quarantined, they're stuck in their houses, and they just want to, some people fall into depression, you know. Some people are actually going through hard times. You know, you have, higher than normal unemployment. All of this stuff is happening, but this is a gentle reminder to let's please try to keep our energy fields clear. All right. That if you pray, if you meditate. I'm telling you, prayer is powerful. It is powerful, and you don't have to be a Christian to pray or part of any religion to pray. When you pray, you're praying to the universe. If you're a Christian, you're praying to God. You're praying to Jehovah. You're praying to whatever, Allah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what you believe. But when you pray, you're asking the universe for something, okay? You're saying, universe, please be with me. Please guide me, show me. I allow you to use my vessel to guide me in the direction that I need to go. I'm trusting that you will lead me to the places that I need to. That's when you discover the most beautiful, beautiful aspects of life, guys. And I decided to go ahead on, since these are very short snippets, to elaborate more on the shifts that are happening and how to stabilize your energies. It says visualize a miracle, believe in it. That is interesting, because I think a couple days ago I saw a memory on Facebook where I said something about miracles happening, and here we are, a synchronicity, visualize a miracle, believe in it as if it has already happened. Nothing is carved in stone. Nothing is carved in stone. We cannot depend on temporary physical aspects. Only thing we can do is connect in spirit. When we connect in spirit with each other, we make progress and we move forward. We can't be unequally yoked, with each other. We have to be on the same page to manifest, what it is meant to be on the collective global scale. This can also be drilled into the personal level as well. You can say, that, we can look at it that we're all on vibrational paths. We're all on these energy, these frequencies. They're crisscrossing and going all kinds of ways, and we get to choose what frequency to be on. Okay, and as we do that, we're going to cross paths with different types of people, different types of situations, different types of circumstances. And the way you know what frequency you want to be on is by knowing the self. Okay, and I'm going to read this little short snippet. It says, cosmic forces, guys, are at work to help in hard times. In the pain, the great cosmic mind is calming down the magnetic fields of Earth. Everything works according to the natural law of the universe. Even miracles use natural laws and principles in different ways. If we do not fall prey to fear, we will be able to calm our own energy fields and have the ability to work in greater harmony with these changes, so we can then attune and experience them with grace and ease. Beautiful, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Just to give you a heads up, I have been on a hiatus for almost a year now. Just a second. There was a lot of things that I needed to figure out, and it was hard for me to focus at the time, especially with my beautiful surprise pregnancy. And I just didn't want my personal energy to interfere with the readings, you could say. I kind of wanted to and I really want to rethink what I wanted to do here. Moving forward, I'm thinking about this twin flame journey in a whole different way, guys. And as I've told you guys in the past, if you follow me in my readings, the twin flame journey isn't for the weak of heart. It's definitely not one where you say, oh, I met my twin flame and we're together and we're happily ever after. That's not what this journey is about. Yeah, you have beautiful moments. Yeah, we should enjoy every aspect of that. But there's a bigger mission. And if you are in my group, which I haven't been active in, I've dropped the ball, but I'm back. I have a group called Twin Flame Love Journey, The Greater Mission. And little did I know when I named it The Greater Mission was that there is a greater mission to this journey. I self-identify as a twin flame because it came to me so many times, and I believe that I am a twin flame on the Twin Flame Love Journey. But I realize that Twin Flame Love Journey is a journey of the self, okay? And I understand that I meet my twin flame, okay, whenever I'm on the frequency, okay, of pure love, all right? And I can, and that's when we reach the heights of manifestation and ascension. But that's not my whole purpose of being on the twin flame journey. My purpose of being on the twin flame journey is to journey back to self, is to remember who I am, all right? To remember who I am, where I'm going, what I need to do at any given moment in time, what I need to share, okay? To actually share my experiences to help others who come behind me, to confirm the experiences of those that came before me. I have chills, guys. Spirit is just like flowing through me right now. And I like that because that's when I can write and share the experiences. I know that, you know, on this journey that many become discouraged. All right. And that's natural. Don't deny how you feel. It's okay to feel a little confused sometimes. Okay. It's okay to become frustrated. It's okay to say, you know, I don't believe in this crap anymore. I've seen that online. It's okay. We have all been there. This journey is unique. It is your own, and you have a right to evolve in whatever way you see fit. So, you know, from a twin flame perspective, I think, you know, the readings, I may proceed with the readings. If you have any ideas, you can also comment in the comment section if you really like the readings by sign, or if you have other ideas, let me know. I feel like this platform may be used to capture current events. It may be used to delve deeper into spiritual aspects. It may be used, you know, just to capture, you know, popular questions about the journey. But then again, it's fun to have the forecast by sign monthly. I think I just love doing those. They're very enjoyable. I'm still contemplating, but I believe I'm going to move in that direction. And if I do, why not capture that as of the August 1st? August 1st, I can come in and pick up where I left off last year and move forward from there. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you're staying healthy, staying safe, you know, actually enjoying this downtime to get more meditation in, more prayer, more thankfulness. The more we're thankful for the right things, the more we receive in general, and the more that we are able to give when we're thankful, you know, for what we have. But yeah, I hope that everybody stays safe. Until next time, actually, I might just do little general ones leading up to August, but I'll definitely come back with a decision. But until next time, take care. Much love and many blessings.